Alright, so hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. This is just going to be a quick little mini unboxing of the FightBox B1 Mini PC version. This is DIY version as well. So let's just crack straight into it. I wanted to get my initial impressions out just in case I decide to do a review for this thing. So just crack it open. Manhandle from here, we got it right. Alright, nice. Comes in some pretty decent packaging, not gonna lie. Get this out of here and crack on with it. Fumble! Camera's shaking. Got the shakes, man. It's like Nick is calling, but let's get back into this real quick. Ooh. Very sleek so far. Just from this little bit of stuff that I've seen. There's the cable. It's a little mini unit. As I said before, we ordered the DIY mini edition, so very small. Oh, I'm loving that compatibility or the form factor on this thing. And the main reason I ordered this hitbox was because I saw it had hot swappability for their key switches, and we'll definitely be testing that out. I'll be recording that entire process too. May as well bang out a review for this thing while we got the time. We ain't doing too much. This is you're gonna have to forgive me a little bit. This plastic wrap is my weakness, but we'll take our time and unpack this thing. Oh my goodness. I'm already telling you right off the bat, I'm loving the way this thing feels. Oh yeah, nice. I think it comes in with cherry black switches. Yeah, you can definitely feel them. More of a Kalia person, but you see very small. Looks like it's built relatively well. Alright, nice overall. So, initial impressions, like it. Let me see. Oh, nice. Very easy to remove those buttons. That's what we like. And as we were saying before, cherry black switches. I'm gonna be, may as well show this out. These are the switches I'm gonna be replacing them with. Some, we can not make a mess. Some Kalia box Jades. Just ignore the stuff on the left right here. Godlike switches, by the way. And you know what you're talking about if you're a clicky fan, but there we go. Alright, so I'm going to get used to this thing a little bit, hot swap out the switches, and we'll get right back into that. Okay, so as we said, we are going to hot swap these switches real quick. We're going to replace these cherry blacks that come pre-installed with some Kalia box Jades right here. So let's just get straight into it. So let's get to the main event, which is just hot swapping these key switches out. And if I'm correct, all you need to do is press this little thing at the back and they literally just pop out, which is tremendous, let me tell you. Alright, but as you see, switch popped out. So as we were saying, you know, cherry MX blacks, that's your thing, it's your thing. Personally, I'm a fan of clicky switches. I don't really care. My opponent can hear what I'm doing. So, let's pop this right back in. Pull the back plate. Whoopsie daisy real quick. Just want to see if we can get a nice angle on this actually. And bring it a little bit closer just so y'all can see. So all we're really doing is just swapping it back in. Very simple stuff. Press it in. So you hear that click. Perfect. You can see fits right in the back, and we are all good to go. So I'm just gonna do that for all of these, and then we'll call it a day. Maybe not good for locals, but if you want that feel, man, oh, you can't beat box shades. Alright, so I was just changing the switches on this thing. I'm going to go back and you know, retighten all these screws because obviously there's some loose, but as you can see, very, very, very simple process here. And that was the main reason I was interested in this hitbox, so we'll see how it plays out. So just some final notes to close off this review. I want to go over the SOCD rules for the Capcom Cup Tour. I want to go over the buttons, and I want to touch on the size. So first we'll start with the SODC rules. So if you keep up with Street Fighter at all, you'll know that Capcom recently made a rule change where left and right on leverless controllers needs to be neutral, and up and down needs to be neutral. So there is an update available for these. If you actually buy them, I believe it is after May 1st. You won't have to worry about it. At least that's what they say on the website, but if not, there's a firmware out there anyway, so you can update these to be compliant with the rule set, so you're all good on there. And as far as the buttons go, you're not really going to notice too much of a difference between these and regular Sanwas. As I said before, they're pretty much comparable to gamer finger buttons, which you also use a mechanical switch instead of a Sanwa switch, but these aren't going to cause you to drop your combos or anything like that. I actually really like the feel of these. That's why, well, part of the big reason for me was the hot swap ability between the keyboard switches, which is why I wanted to buy this to begin with. And these box shades, man, they feel very, very good, I'll say that. And lastly, just to touch on the size again, this is a Nintendo Switch. We all know what this looks like. It's very, very similar sized. As you can see, the controller is a little bit bigger, but thickness, again, is pretty much the same. And here's a wallet, you know, pretty much like 2.5 of these. Very, very, very small. It definitely beats the hell out of my old standby, which was, you know, the Madcast Tournament Edition 2. Can't even fit it in the frame yet, trust me. It is much, much smaller, as you can see here. Probably fits in the frame if I wanted to do that. So yeah, just for a little bit of closing notes, for $100, I really didn't see too many better deals out there. And the main deal for me was the compatibility between the keyboard switches. So if you want to make these like completely silent, there are switches out there that can allow you to do that. If you want to make them louder like I did, you can install clicky switches, tactile, you know, there's pretty much, you can go as crazy as you want as far as that's concerned. So for the deal, $100, hey man, I'm in. So I will update this review if I notice anything's off, or like, you know, if I notice the durability is not that. But for my little tests and what I've had on it so far, I can definitely say it's pretty decent. Pretty decent, if not good. But then again, this is my first hitbox. I don't have anything else to compare it to, but I will say it is setting a pretty good standard if this is what I can come to expect from hitbox style controllers.